My name is Nichola and I'm a circus artist. I feel like I didn't choose to be a circus artist, that it chose me. I was a professional dancer, danced in many places around the world, was looking for a new job, and I saw a circus advertising for dancers. When I arrived at the circus, I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the acts, the way of life, and decided that I would like to be a circus artist full time. The average day in a circus can vary. It really depends what day you catch the circus on. If it's a build-up day, it means the tent's getting built up, there'll be lots of activity. It's a big job, depends how big the tent is, but sometimes it can take days if it's a big 2,000, 3,000 seater tent. If it's an average show day, then I will rehearse, do some stretching. In the afternoon, I'll do my makeup and get ready, and normally the first show is between 5 and 6, and the second show could be between 7 and 8. And on a weekend, if it's a moving day, we have to do the show, pack everything up, drive to wherever we're going. So it really depends what day you catch us on, but there's always a lot of activity. Depending on what kind of circus you're in, really depends on the environment. Some circuses are permanent buildings, so it looks a lot like a theatre. There'll be backstage, there'll be front of house, fixed seating. Some circuses are obviously moving, so you'll be in a field. We've put the circus up on a beach, could be in a parking lot, a car park. Really depends the size of the circus. I've worked in muddy fields. We had to wear welly boots to get from my caravan to the circus, and I've worked in beautiful, huge, big theatres. So again, very varied. My personal qualifications, well, I was a professional dancer first, and that's what got me into the circus. As a dancer, I took many exams, ballet, tap, modern, jazz, and went to college to dance. And then as a circus artist, you can get a degree in circus skills, but the majority of people don't have a formal qualification, if you like, to be in a circus. It really depends on individual talent. Skills you need to be in the circus. Well, it depends on your discipline. If you're a juggler, you need to be able to juggle. If you're a contortionist, you need to be very bendy. Doesn't matter what your discipline is, you need to be good at it, very good at it, and you need to practice it every day. You can't just click your fingers and be an acrobat and then maintain that. You have to work hard every day, practice. Most circus artists will practice every single day, days off, they will still practice, half because they know that they need to maintain a certain level, and half because most circus artists love their discipline, and it's also their hobby and their passion. So skills very varied, obviously depends on your discipline, but it is a highly skilled job, yes. The best bits about being in the circus, oh my goodness, there's so many. So traveling. I have travelled all over the world with different circuses. I've been lucky enough to go all over Latin America, the Caribbean, Europe. I've been to Africa. So traveling, get to see the world, and the circus pays for that, so that's great. So they pay your airfare, your visas, and it's not just one place. You get to travel around the country, seeing all different towns and ways of life. So not just what a tourist would see. You go everywhere in a particular country. I love that, and I also love the glitter, the sequins, the costumes, the makeup. Feels like you get to dress up every day. It is a lot of fun, so there's a lot of good bits in the circus. Things I don't enjoy. It just depends, because some circuses all I will do is my act. Some circuses I will also work in the ticket office maybe one day a week, or help build up the tents, putting out the seats or something like that. Not exactly the best bit, but if you've got a nice team and it's just fun, you know, if the weather's good and it's a sunny day, you've got music on and everyone's, you know, getting out the chairs and building up the tent, it could be really fun. If it's raining and horrible, building up the tent in the rain is not fun. It's all muddy and you get wet. It's outdoors, you can't help that. So yeah, that's maybe not the best bit about being in the circus. Long term, the circus has really been struggling recently. Obviously with COVID, there's been a lot of restrictions. We were due to leave for a circus April last year, and we couldn't open. We didn't actually open until July, and we only opened for 3 months and then had to close again. We were due to go to Italy for 3 months over the Christmas period. Obviously we didn't do that either, and we were due to open in March again with a different circus, and we don't have an official date for opening. It's been very tough for circus artists. A lot of people out of work, and obviously with a lot of people applying for a small amount of jobs in, say, supermarkets, there has not been a lot of people in work. It's been very tough. So hopefully, my long-term hope is that the circus can grow again. We'll be allowed to have audiences in, substantial numbers of audiences, because we were working with reduced audiences those 3 months we did open. We could only have 100 people in the tent, and that's only 100 tickets sold per show, and that's got to cover everyone's wages. So yeah, my long-term hope is that we can open with full house and just get back to performing. Anyone interested in joining the circus, I would totally encourage you. It's a great job. I love it so much. I have seen so much. I've learned different languages, I've learned different cultures, tasted different foods. It is amazing. I would really encourage you to do it. To get a job in the circus, it is quite tough. You could send a video of your act to 40-50 circuses and get no reply. They get so many videos a day. So getting into the circus, some people I know start from the bottom up. They offer their help as, you know, promotion, ticket office, those sorts of things. And when they are in the circus environment, they can then show the boss what they can do, and that's normally a better way. Most people get their jobs through word of mouth. So either they were born into a circus family, like my husband. He is 5th generation circus. So as he was born into the circus, he lived in the circus all his life, and everybody knew him growing up in that environment, and it was easy for him to get a job. If you're outside that environment, you're not from a circus family, it can be quite tough to get in sometimes. So you might be very, very talented, but if no one sees you, you won't get a job. And sometimes you have to weigh up, how am I going to get in, and maybe not be so proud to do other jobs within the circus that you might necessarily feel you're overqualified for. But if you can get a job handing out flyers, or working in the ticket office, or building up the tent, or a stagehand, and then you get the opportunity to show what you can do, is a different way in if you weren't born into a circus family.